Okay, I think I'm live now. Let's see. Let's just do this. Um, I'll just record too, so in case this is not live, I'll at least have it ready. But anyhow, welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm doing this because Illusion and Flames is a new um it's a new event that's based on the dual deck events that we've had before. We've had the Daxos versus Kalemned, which is the classic one, but we also have Nissa versus the Eldrazi Desolation. And now today we have Chandra versus Jace. And let me tell you, these two planeswalkers do not match up to each other. Jace is like an S tier, A plus tier planeswalker, and Chandra is C minus at best. And they did us no favors because they gave us some crappy decks to play with, at least in this first phase, the setup phase. So, hoping that we get a little bit more interesting things happening tomorrow on day two of this when we get to use our own decks. But I think it's going to be Jace versus Jace day after day, game after game. So we'll see how that part of it goes. It might get boring, but it can't be as bad as playing Chandra against his Jace. And so the way this event works is you only have this deck to start with. You can't edit it. It's basically the default deck. No, it is the default deck that comes with Chandra when you buy her. So yeah, it's pretty terrible. It doesn't have any mana ramp. It doesn't have much in terms of removal. Your only options for removing creatures on their side is basically this guy, Dracosaur Auxiliary. When this creature attacks, if it's saddled, deals 3 damage to target creature, planeswalker. So you'll need to do that to get rid of the opponent's planes creatures. I don't think any of these other um, cards do much as far as that goes. We do have Fiery Impulse, but only does 2 damage to a target creature. And it's going to be rare. There are going to be 8 or more red gems on the board because we don't have any gem converters. So, luck of the draw if this thing does 3 damage instead. Pretty terrible. We also got this Goblin Glory Chaser for some reason. Prism Ring for some reason. We don't even have that many spells that we're going to be casting. So, it seems like a waste. Anyway, Pedal to the Metal. This card, auto cast too, which is not very good either. So there is a lot going against us in this battle. So a lot of people are super frustrated with it. Some people have figured it out, but it's not been a very enjoyable experience for the community as a whole, which is not something you want to have happen when you introduce an event. You want people to play it for a couple of years before they get totally sick of it, and it does seem like people are not going to have a lot of fun playing this event. But we'll see. At least day one, it's been pretty miserable for a lot of people. But the objectives are pretty easy to hit. At least there's nothing in Jace's deck that's gonna win you the battle too quickly. Well, actually, that's not totally true. So this is also the default deck that comes with Jace when you um, pick him up for crystals. Duelist of the Mind is actually a pretty good card. When you draw a card, this creature gets +1/+0. When you commit a crime, discard your hand and draw 5 cards. This effect can trigger up to 2 times per turn. Um, he is he is a criminal, so the Duelist of the Mind. So when you cast it, it um, triggers the discarding and drawing 5. But this creature can get pretty big, and there's not, like we said, there's not much removal on Chandra's side. So it's very likely that you'll be able to just ride that card to victory. The rest of this stuff is all right. Conduit Pylons is pretty crucial for getting blue matches. But it doesn't always work that way. At the beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to the most present color on the board. So sometimes you'll get blue matches out of it, sometimes you won't. Nimble Brigand. When this creature enters the battlefield, draw a card, and the first spell in your hand gains 3 mana. When you commit a crime, this creature gains unblockable until the beginning of next turn. It's a 1/3, so who really cares if this creature is getting blocked or not? There's nothing on their side to block you anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, pretty whatever card. Failed forwarding. Return target creature your opponent controls to its owner's hand. Then if you control a desert card, draw a card. So I think conduit pylons are desert. Okay, so there's at least that. Jailbreak Scheme is good because I just use this to fuel his first ability. It's an 18 mana card that doesn't do a whole lot for you if you cast it. So it's perfect fodder for using his first ability on it and getting a bunch of mana. Then the rest of these are just kind of, let's see, we got some bounce here. Calculate Dismissal is mana drain, claustrophobia, disable, separatist void mage, another bounce, and then psychic rebuttal. When you take damage, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Pretty weak card there. An original, an Origins card that was never that great to begin with. It's one of those cards that you put in your deck because you don't have literally anything else that you can put in your deck. So that is the only reason people play that card. But yeah, I'll just go through a couple of battles here and show you what you're in for. Chandra is the more difficult one, so maybe maybe we'll start with that one. I'll do a couple of battles with each one. Thing about this, the thing about this event is if you quit and restart, you don't take a penalty. You just get the life back for you right away. So, the thing you're going to want to do is keep Smash the Smithereens in your hand for claustrophobia, because almost all of the benefits you get from using her second ability, which is the only ability I really used in this battle, but the ability really helps your first creature. So if you have your first creature disabled, it makes it really difficult to get the benefit from using her abilities or her second ability. So that's what we're doing here. So it is, a creature is saddled, so we get that. So we can wipe out our creatures, our opponent's creatures, I mean. So as long as they don't get a Duelist of the Mind out, like they don't spam one, we'll have a chance to get it off the board before it can do a lot for us or against us. So really you're just hoping for a good start and just riding the wave to victory there. So far we're in a pretty good situation. We're getting a decent amount of what do you call it, buffing from the Ether Bike. At the beginning of each combat, your first creature gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn. X is the support shield. We also have this burner rocket. At the beginning of your turn, first creature with plus 0 plus 2 until the beginning of your next turn. And then we also have the boost 5 on this guy and giving it double strike. So it's a little bit luck based as far as how good you're going to do. But so far, we started off with a really good scenario here. So let's see what they play against us next. Okay, Duelist of the Mind. That's fine. We're going to be able to take it out on our turn here. So not too worried about it. We also don't need to play the Smash the Smithereens yet. Okay, that's good. Give this guy first strike, so Duelist of the Mind, can't block him. Although he wouldn't be able to anyway. I guess I could throw it on the Goblin, but who cares? So we'll take out the Duelist of the Mind. And yeah, hopefully we can keep this train rolling. So we'll keep the Smash the Smithereens. And his passive makes it so that the cost of the last card in your opponent's hand gets raised by 4 every turn. So we're just going to keep something in our hand that we don't care about casting so that it can just waste that passive on a card like that. But now we don't have to because we just won. And yeah, that was actually by far the easiest win against this Jace, this battle, or this whole time that I played it. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Pretty good. This first time I've been streaming in a while, but I'm just showing people how to play this event. So yeah, that was pretty much very lucky for me. That was actually pretty good. So we did very well with objectives. Was a piece of cake. I was just looking at that event. Is it fun? Not to me. It took a while to figure it out. But yeah, that was the most painless battle that I've had with the Chandra deck so far. Maybe I just got used to it and figured it out, but hopefully seeing that will make you see how you can get those 3 wins that you need to get all the prizes. So what you get for hitting objectives on this one, you get a if you do the first objective, you get a 10 jewels. And if you do the second objective, you get a rare, which I wish was non-dupe because I got a dupe rare from one of them. But I did get a new card from the other. So Jace, this one's pretty easy. All you really need to do to get both objectives are just stall with your abilities, hold off from playing the Duelist of the Mind until you're ready to win, and then you can easily do so because, like I said, Chandra doesn't have much removal. So if it was Greg, or if it wasn't Greg you were going against, your opponent could probably figure that out. But since we are playing against Greg, it's going to be easy enough. Came in about 9 minutes. Sorry. No worries. It's probably better that you missed all the technical difficulties I was having before. So, all good. Okay, so let's see. Jailbreak scheme. This is the one that we'll use to sacrifice to get mana. So we'll get 18 mana from Psychic Manipulation. And we're ready to go. So we'll take out the little goblin dude. Okay, so they give you a deck. Yeah, you cannot change the deck in the first phase here. Tomorrow, when they open up the next phase, we should be able to change the decks, assuming they didn't screw that up. But it is web core, so you don't know. So where are we at with objectives so far? Okay, we're almost there. Put another Void Mage on them. Put that back in their hand. They're not even using their second ability, so they're not doing much against us. Cool. I'll hit it after this. Yeah, hopefully my little walkthrough here is giving you a good guide to acing it, because the Jace side is really not that hard. It's just the Chandra one might give you some trouble, but um, if you get a bad matchup, just restart and play it again, because there's no consequence for that. You can just or you could just quit a match, come back, and it doesn't uh, cause you to lose any life. You just get it all back. Okay, there's our Duelist of the Mind. So he will be our main win con here. So we're ready. We're already at 10 rounds. So let's just go for it. See if we can put a Duelist of the Mind on the battlefield. Not quite. Okay, thank you. You're going to do that for us. Okay, so did he finally put the ether bike down? Okay. Uh all right. It hit himself with this ability, Dracosaur Auxiliary. For some reason they felt like we were too challenging, or they were too challenging to us, so they needed to even it up a bit and help us a bit. Okay, so as long as things go according to plan, we will win on our next turn. And we even block. Oh, wow. And he saddled and he hit himself. How stupid. That's so dumb. Okay. And there you go. So pretty easy with Jace, even if you end up with a bad hand like that and not a lot of mana or anything. Super easy to hit objectives with Jace. So that was the one I went to first, because I just knew playing with Chandra was going to be a pain. Um, but yeah, let's just see if we end up with a bad matchup, so you can see how frustrating it can be. Okay, so we get a blue match. Sure. Let's see. Jame Day Tomb. We don't even care about that, so we'll leave that just at the bottom of our hand, so that Jace's passive just gets wasted on it, like I said. Okay, Burnout Bastronaut. I think that's what it's called. So we're going to build up our boost. Okay, that's fine. We'll take away a blue match from them. Use my little ether bike. Okay, they have a Duelist of the Mind out, which can get a bit hairy for us, but let's see if we can do anything about that. Keep just putting that on the bottom. Create an ether bike token. Reinforce it. It's not spamming any of his abilities, which is helping us out here. Get plus the number of artifact supports you control. Put it on him because he's got double strike. Okay. Okay. Mm. All right. Well, we're still in control, but this could get annoying. Okay, I don't care about that. Goblin Glory Chaser can just stay down there. I want to put this guy into play. Okay, well, we got like two pretty easy battles in a row, which is really wasn't very typical for this event. But yeah, showed you how to do it. Should be pretty easy now. And look at that. So yeah, if you end up with a bad start, say they get that Duelist of the Mind out and they start spamming their abilities, it makes it really difficult for you. Just restart, try and get a better matchup, and go from there because there's no consequence for it. And yeah, I'll just do one more Jace one because I don't know, even things out. Maybe just to show you guys a little bit of a difference in how matches can play out. I don't think it's going to be much different for this Chandra battle. Okay. Do you want Duelist of the Mind down? Now that Duelist of the Mind is down, I do run the risk of not hitting the slow play objective, but might still be able to. I don't know. Put, okay, we'll do this. Actually, no, we'll wait. Failed forwarding, jailbreak scheme. Put those at the bottom. Okay, this guy's pinging me every time he plays. Every time I play a card. I don't mind. Okay, I'm gonna save things. All right, we'll do that down there. Guess we'll play the failed forwarding. And then okay, block the stupid goblin. Didn't really matter at the end of the day. What I could do, just get this guy into play. I actually didn't really need to do that, but helps with this, at least. What are we at? Okay. Yeah, we probably won't hit the slow and steady objective this time. So might as well make it go faster on us and play another Duelist of the Mind. And then there's another one in our hand. And then just play that. What's the most expensive thing in our hand? Use our first ability and feel it. So we'll just put the Duelist at the bottom of our hand because it's going to discard our hand anyway. So might as well try and cast as much as we can before we play those cards. That's what I do for all of my cards that discard my hand or shuffle it or do whatever. Play it as the last card in my hand so that I get the most chance to benefit from it. I could just play the second ability. And so what I'm doing to my opponent is what Jace usually does to Chandra, but I got pretty lucky. So that is how to win fast with Jace. And you don't usually want to do that. So yeah, I missed the objective pretty badly there. So that's the only thing. If you want to get the not non-dupe, if you want to get the rare for hitting objectives, just don't play Duelist of the Mind until you're ready. Because look how fast it wins. It's easy when you have some ready to play and then you get a bunch of buffing happening on your play when you draw a bunch of cards. So there you have it. I'll come back tomorrow and play around with the day 2 and see what sort of strategies and stuff are being used and showcase those. Should be fun. And yeah, look forward to it. Kids need feeding. Have a good one. Thanks, man. You too. It's perfect time anyway, so I'm done since I'm done here. So, all right.